Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of July 29th. This is for Libra. We're in Leo season. We're hitting the midpoint of this Mercury retrograde. And so on the 1st of August, all the little hiccups that we've had, we might be hitting more of a realization about what we've been hiccuping on. And know that we are not out of it until the 11th of August. We also have a Chiron retrograding, joining the rest of the planets that are already retrograde, the same day that Venus moves into Cancer, which is on the 30th of July. And so I'm using a deck this week that resonates with, it's the Mayan calendar deck, or the Mayan tarot deck, and the Mayan calendar has a day outside of time, which is July 25th. And that's kind of their New Year marker point. There's a few traditions that have their New Year's start that time of the year too. There's the Egyptians and the Navajo also start their New Year's in this midsummer moment. And so just know that this is a different play of time. There's a lot of different ways that you could look at time that is not this Gregorian calendar bullshit. Know that, like I usually, work with the natal charts, but other traditions will have like Samhain or like Chinese Lunar New Year, things like that. So there's different ways to acknowledge how time works that works better with, say, the solar cycles like this one or the lunar cycles like the Chinese calendar. So we're just feeling into that. So we're going to use this deck. All right. And so we're starting off with Temperance. Temperance is showing us that we can lead. We can be gentle leaders, and that's kind of the role of Libra. We are a cardinal sign, and we do that in our naturalness anyways, where, we don't have to rule with a brute force. We don't need to force anybody into things. We actually lead best by example. So Libra, we might be doing a bit of that this week, because we're coming at it from the place of the Lovers. The Lovers card. And I talked to somebody else about this week, where we have to have our own internal feminine masculine balance within us. And so yesterday I literally did a workshop to connect in that feminine space, because I worked landscaping and with construction, so I'm used to being in that masculine space, but there needs to be a balance, there needs to be a softness. And so it's not about being all or the other. You need to be both. Everybody is both, and because that is where we will learn how to come out of any kind of toxic, role model, roles, gender roles that we've lived in, is by learning that we are both, and that collaborating and cooperating with each other is going to work a lot better when we work from a place of devotion versus dominance and submission. That shit. Yeah. Okay, that's where we're coming from. And we're also working Libra. We have the Hanged Man. So change of perspective. So Libra, if you were getting stuck in our little heads about anything happening in the world, we need to come from a place, or we need to change that perspective. So I literally just told Virgo to go take a walk, and that's kind of what we do, is we tell people to go take a walk, get some fresh air, go move your body. Go get yourself a little treat, come back in a different state of mind, so that you are not in the same perspective of when you got stuck in whatever you were stuck on. Yeah. Because the outcome is death. This is the first time I've seen this card today. But not a bad thing. Death is actually just telling us that there is something that needs to be transformed. At the end of my yoga sessions, look, what's pretty about this deck is that the cards sync up, literally the illustrations. That's what I freaking love about this deck. Yeah, see, Libra, we're being aesthetic. That's how we do. Death is aesthetic. That's our aesthetic for this week. Anyways, what I was saying is that, when I end yoga classes in Shavasana, which is corpse pose, it's letting go of everything that was transformed in that session, so that you can birth yourself out of it fully new and ready to face the world again. And so Libra, that's what we're doing this week, is that all that we've built up through, we're seeing what we can let go of so that we can move forward in a clearer place. Yeah, not a bad thing. We're doing great, Libra. And yeah, that's all I got for you though. So if you want a clarity on any of this stuff, you can always you know, I don't know if my link tree is in YouTube, but I got links for readings if you need those. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.